Hi guys, this is the third part of Guess and Check, and what I'd like you to do right now is copy down what you see right here on the board, as this is the problem that you're going to work out on your own. So I'll read it there to you. It says Jabari is thinking of three numbers. The greatest number is twice as big as the least number. The middle number is three more than the least number. The sum of the numbers is 75. Find the numbers. Okay? So I'd like you to pause this right now and go ahead and get everything written down. All right. Moving on here, I'm not going to underline anything in this paragraph here because everything is important information. Starting from Jabari is thinking of three numbers. The greatest number is twice as big as the least number. The middle number is three more than the least number. The sum of the numbers is 75. Find the numbers. All of that is key information. All right? So what I'd like you to do now is go ahead and pause it once again, and I would like you to go ahead and solve the problem, and then we will go ahead and check over the problem here in a little bit. But please go ahead and pause this right now and go ahead and try and solve it. All right, guys, looking at this problem here, I started with my key information. And reading through the information, it says Jabari is thinking of three numbers. And right away, the first sentence says the greatest number is twice as big as the least number. So I wrote down here, the greatest is twice as big as the least. The next sentence says the middle number is three more than the least number. So the middle number here is three more than the least number. The sum of the numbers is 75. Find the numbers. Notice it didn't tell me anything about the least number. There wasn't a sentence saying the least number is, or the least number was twice as big. So we don't know anything about the least number. That's why there's a question mark right there. That's why we're going to start our guess and check table with the least column, the column we don't know anything about. The next column is the middle number. And I know it's the least number plus 3. Least number plus 3. My next column is the greatest the greatest number, and that is the least number times 2. Why? Because it says twice as big as the least number. It says the sum of the numbers is 75. The sum of the numbers is 75. So I know sum means to add, and so now for my total column here, I'm going to have L plus M plus G. In other words, least plus middle plus greatest will give me my total, and I hope here that it checks out to 75. All right. If you notice here, I just went ahead and took a guess. My first guess was 10. All right, 10 seems like a nice number there. So now in my middle number column, I remember I have to take my least number, which is 10, plus 3. Why? Because it's 3 more than the least number, and that is going to give me 13. And I might want to circle 13 so I know that's the number I'm eventually going to use to add up there at the end. My greatest number now, I'm going to take my least number, which is 10 again, times 2, which is 20. And again, I might want to circle here this 20. All right? So now for my total, I'm going to add 10 plus 13 plus 20 to give me an answer here of, when I add everything up, of 43. 43 would be my answer. And when I put 43 right over here in the check column, I see that that is too low, okay? I see that that's too low. All right, so I know now my next guess here has to be higher here for the least column. I might put a line right underneath 10 just to keep myself organized here. You certainly don't have to, but that might just be one way to keep your guesses kind of organized, all right? Again, you might guess it on the next one. I'm going to guess 20 here. All right? And I'm just going to go through the process here. My least number, if I guess 20, then I'm going to add 3 to give me an answer of 23 for my middle number. I'm going to circle that. My greatest number now is 20 times 2, which is 40. I'm going to circle that number now. So I have 20, 23, and 40 for my least, middle, and greatest number. Those numbers here I have to add up. So again, I have 20 plus 23 plus 40 to equal here, when I add those numbers all up, 83. So I see now 83 I can put in the check column here, and that's just a little bit too high there. But I can see now with my guess I'm getting closer, all right? So I know my next guess has to be, the least number has to be below 20, but it has to be above 10. But I know I'm really close. So I might take a guess here of 18. Let's see if 18 works here. Again, I'm going to take 18 as my least number plus 3 equals 21. All right, for my greatest number here, I'm going to take 18 times 2, which is 36. All right, and circle that. And what do you know, when I add up 18 plus 21 plus 36, I get an answer here of 75. And voila, there is my answer, okay? And I might put yes or a smiley face or whatever you want to put to say that that checks off there, okay? I'm running out of room here, and all I want you to do is finish it up with a sentence here. So you might write down what I'm saying right now. The least number in a sentence, the least number is 18, the middle number is 21, the greatest number is 36, and that would be your sentence there to finish that up. Again, try to keep things organized, write down your key information, and hopefully the more you do of these, the easier they will become. Thanks, guys.